This is a complete guide to how to put up a bird feeder. And I get my parts at and bird feeder poles at Menards, and you can get or I get my bird seed at Menards and Walmart both. So once you get those parts, here is a complete guide of how to put up a bird feeder, where to locate it, and everything, and how to put it up. Put your bird feeder on a pole as opposed to hanging it in a tree. The birds are protected from predators that might climb trees or windowsills, and the bird feeders themselves are also protected because when the squirrel climbs on the bird feeder, he often dumps it out. And if it's a wooden bird feeder, they can tear them up in no time at all. So when a bird feeder is on a pole, both the birds and the bird feeder are protected from the predators and other animals that might tear up the bird feeders or eat all the bird seed. Here is this thing here. It comes separate, and when you buy the bird feeder, and then you just attach it here with screws and nuts. And this thing here, it's joined right there, but you see it's not joined too well, but it still works. But it sits on this thing here, and so it just is loose in the wind like that. And so if the squirrels do, and they have climbed up this pole quite a bit, and they'll get to here, and they'll just look around like they're confused. And if they did put their fingers on this, it just blows back and forth like that and scares them. So this is how, I think it's called a squirrel baffle. And you could actually make one out of a coffee can or anything like this, but the store-bought one works the best for me. These are all the parts of the bird feeder I'm going to use right here. I just dug them out of the garage. Four is squirrels can jump up to 10 feet. So make sure that the limbs of trees and fences are 10 feet away. So if there was a post over there somewhere or anything, then the squirrels could jump 10 feet over here, and they would do it. And when I just hung my bird feeders in the trees, then they would either destroy the bird feeder or dump it on the ground. If the bird feeders are metal, they can't destroy them, but they do dump them on the ground. And I have actually seen with those wooden bird feeders that look so nice, the squirrels can actually, if they get onto them, they can actually claw it. They have nice strong claws, and they can actually tear a bird feeder apart with their claws. So that's why I only go with metal bird feeders now. But even the metal bird feeders, if they hang, even the metal bird feeders, if they hang on a hook like this, can go back and forth. So if the squirrel was to get onto here, he would just dump it on the ground like that. And there goes all your bird seed. And so on the one hand, while a little bit on the ground is okay because it does feed the squirrels somewhat, and there are birds that only eat off of the ground. But for the most part, you just don't want the squirrels in your bird feeders dumping them upside down and everything. Okay, so there's this limb here, and I didn't, the squirrels evidently jumped off of the limb onto the bird feeder, and then when they were eating all the bird seed, when they climb on the sides of the bird feeder, it throws it, you can see this is empty already, it throws it off balance, and then it feeds like that because of they're heavy on one side. So that, yeah, so the thing to do to prevent this from happening anymore is to cut off that limb. The weight of the squirrels on the bird feeder has also made it crooked again, so I'll put another piece of wood down there in that side to make it look level again. So dig a hole as deep as one shovelful, and then fill it with water, and then get your bird feeder pole. It comes in sections, and this one's got a point in the bottom. So just put it in there and get a piece of wood so you don't bend it up, and then hammer on it. And since you put water in the hole and let it set for a little bit, it should go in there pretty easy. So just hammer it in, and then once you get the bottom section hammered in, the sections just go together. Then just fill in your hole where you put the water, and level it by eye. And the reason I never use a square to level it is because when it gets wet, the weight of the birdseed causes it to lean when the ground is wet. So it's just like an ongoing thing to keep it straightened up. So I just fill this up too the same way. And this feeder here, if you stand here and look at it, it's slanting quite a bit. So what you can do to fix that, if your bird feeder pole seems to slant, push it over to where you think is straight. Stand back and see if you think it's straight. Tell me, does that look straight? It's easier when you don't have any.
Yes.
Okay, so just get a piece of scrap lumber, put it in the hole that was created when you pushed it over to where you thought it should be, and then just pound that in there. And then that'll keep it straight. And if later on, when it gets muddy down there or something, it starts leaning the other way, you can do the opposite. And that's just a good way to keep the pole straight from leaning over, especially if the soil at the bottom, it's been raining or not, or whatever, that the pole can start leaning in the soft soil. So that's how I fix that. And sometimes by the time that winter's over, I might have one on all the sides. And eventually that wood just rots away, and you can put more if you want. If you don't have your lumber, you can use sticks or anything to fill in the hole where you pushed it over to where you thought that was. Okay, that was a video on how to put up a bird feeder pole. And if that helped you out at all, be sure and subscribe to my channel and like this video. And if you have any questions at all about how to do this, be sure and leave them in the comments, and I'll get right back to you. So thanks a lot for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.